Bum, 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 bum. What is up, everybody? It's time for some Mogis metal. Hope you're ready. Man, I built Mogis not that long ago, and man, I have so much fun. Ooh. I have a lot. Basically, I was saying I have a lot of fun playing it. But we have some Rakdos on Rakdos right now. I like that. And as far as opening hand goes, we've got Read the Bones. I like this. Read the Bones. We're okay on mana. Yeah, I'll go and keep. It's not too bad. And then we'll cover what. Okay, so we're playing Mogis, God of Slaughter, Indestructible, Devotion 7. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, it deals 2 damage to that player unless he or she sacrifices a creature. We're playing against the Murder King, King of all murderers. For 2 mana, red, or 1 colorless and a red, sacrifice another creature. The Murder King deals 2 damage to target player. Then, for 1 colorless and a black, sacrifice creature, return it from a graveyard to your hand. Yeah, I always enjoy playing against him. It's pretty straightforward magic. Nothing too crazy with the Murder King over there. King of all murderers. Let's go. What do we want to go? So we have Rocky Tar Pit. We've got 2 swamps, Temple of Malice. If we can get into really we can kind of scry 3 with Temple of Malice and Read the Bones. Let's go. What sounds good to us right now? So we get on the Rocky Tar Pit, it's going to play tap, then we can crack both of our fetch lands next turn, and then start scrying. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, let's go and put down Rocky Tar Pit, and then we'll go and pass turn. But yeah, this is Mogis Metal, God of Metal. As far as what I put in here, man, I just kind of wanted to go for. I didn't have a red black jank because there's a bunch of janky enchantments in red and black. And, we've got No Mercy right here. Whenever a creature deals combat damage, you destroy it. So basically, I just went through and kind of just picked out a bunch of fun red black enchantments. So definitely enjoy it. Yeah, and then Temporal Extortion. Oh yeah, we're gonna bust that bad boy up. Okay, so let's go get down the Catacombs, and we'll crack both of those on our opponent's turn. And then next turn we can get down the swamp and Read the Bones, lay those chicken bones out and see what comes up before us. But yeah, this is red black janky enchantment stuff. We got Temporal Extortion. We also have the Rakdos Return, I think, where you can deal damage, make and discard cards. We also have the black version of it where I think we gain life and they lose that much life. So really metal, man. Get those metal fingers. Also, yeah, bonus points. I'm going to link it down in the description. But if you're jamming Chris Pakula's metal Spotify playlist, you get some bonus points for today. He's a metalhead, man. Follow him on Twitter too. Pretty cool, pretty funny tweeter. So we're gonna crack this Rocky Tar Pit. Let's get into a Blood Crypt. Put that into play tapped. Crack this Catacombs. Get into a Badlands. Put that into play regular. Get into Mana Crypt. Okay. So what are we gonna do? So we get down Swamp. We can Temple of Malice. Yeah, we can get down Mana Crypt. We can Temple of Malice to get into an extra scry. See if there's something on top that we want. Mountain. We're actually okay on red mana right now. I'm going to go and put that on the bottom. Let's go and Read the Bones up and run in. 1, 2. Ooh, Mana Web. Yeah, I may go and grab that Mana Web. We'll put the Swamp on the bottom, put Mana Web on top. Okay. Let's get our hand all sorted out. There we go. Alright, so next turn we get down Mogis. And then we can also go for a Temporal Extortion. So whenever you cast it, basically any player may play half of their life rounded up to counter it. If not, we get to take an extra turn. And so we can get down Swamp and kind of see if we can't go for that next turn. He might, I don't know if he'll pay for 20 life or not. We get to take an extra turn off that one. This is just one of those cards where I was looking for cards to put in this deck, and I was like, 4 black mana, take an extra turn, they have to pay half their life? Sounds good to me, man. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that full promo of Sign in Blood. Oh my gosh, that guy's finger. He doesn't have a finger. Wow. I like that card, though. Pretty cool. Pretty gruesome right there. I like how Magic will keep it gruesome every once in a while. We're going to choose Tails on this bad boy. Lost the flip over 1 on our Mana Crypt triggers. Tainted Remedy. Let's go ahead and get down... Let's see if we can't stick a Temporal Extortion. Is that what we want to do? We can get down Mogis. We can get down No Mercy. Yeah, let's go to get down No Mercy right now. That'll keep him from swinging in. And then we can use this tempo extortion to kind of get into something else that we maybe needed to get into. And then we'll go and pass the turn. Now, as far as getting down Mogis, we'll be at 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 devotion, 5 off the tainted remedy. So we'll need to get into 2 more to get into devotion. But at least we've got a nice little metal concert up and running. So we got No Mercy. Then after that in the set, we got tainted remedy, Mana Web. It's fun thinking about these enchantments as the different songs that Mogis is going to bust out. Also, on a side note, guys, if you want your van painted like Mogis' metal van, head over to MTGOTraders.com. That's where he got his van painted. You know, have you ever seen those vans that have the epic like person holding the sword up there? Think of the metal van. That's it, man. That's where you get them done at. So head over there. Okay. We're going to choose tails on this bad boy. Won the flip 1 for 1. No, 1 for 2 on our Mana Crypt trigger. Excuse me. Vandal Blast. Yeah, we're going to hold up on the Mimic. We could blast the Mimic Vat right now, but we're here to have some fun. So let's go ahead. We can get down Mogis right now. So we're looking at 1, 2, get down Mogis, and we'll have 3 on top of that, get down Tainted Remedy. Yeah, that sounds good. So we're going to go and tap this for 2 colorless, black, red. Come on down, Mogis. Time to hit the show. And then we've got the, let's see, Tainted Remedy. And then I think, yeah, that's it. Nothing else to do. Now, as far as the devotion goes, yeah, we're at 5 devotion right now. Now, if we get into like a tutor or something like that, we can get into some of our more oppressive enchantments to turn on devotion, and then we can start swinging in with Mogis. But at least right now, he's going to be taking 2 each turn. What would be really nice is if we can get into some of our enchantments that amplify the damage that get dealt. But if we go for Mana Web next turn, and we can get down the Dungeon Palace, the Rakdos Dungeon Palace, and each player discards a card. But I think right now we'll just go and hold off. You know, I kind of like our hand right now. And then we can also go for a Temporal Extortion next turn if we want to, but we don't really have much to follow it up with. So I'd rather get into a spot to enchant creature or land. Enchant permanent has at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this permanent and attach to a creature or land you control. Alright, man. We got some nastiness right here, man. Okay, if I'm correct on this, enchant creature or land at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this permanent and attach to a creature or land you control. Alright, so we need to get a creature out there. Or it's basically just gonna keep bouncing around. Alright, man. Okay, I'm not gonna feel bad about popping this Temporal Extortion now. And when does it trigger? At the beginning of your end step. Okay. Well, you're gonna do that. I'm gonna fire this Temporal Extortion off maybe. On the flip, 2 for 3 on our Mana Crypt triggers. Get into some Urborg action. Let's go ahead and get down the Dungeon Palace. I'm gonna go ahead and Vandal Blast the Mimic Vat right now, since he got the Nettlevine Blight on our Blood Crypt right now. We're gonna pop that. Yeah, once again, we can do the Temporal Extortion, but you know, what are we gonna get into? I'm gonna go and get down Mana Web right now. So we're looking at 1, 2 colorless right there. Make sure we make our land drop for the turn too. Oh, we already did. Okay. I like this, man. This is what I expect out of a red-black matchup. Let's go ahead and choose. I'll go and choose the dungeon over there. Yeah, because I can't. We're getting low on cards, and I can't really see us getting to spots where we're gonna make each other discard a card. And then, to be perfectly honest, in 17 turns, we have a win condition with Mogis knocking him down for 2 points every turn. So, oh, but with us getting Mana Web down, so whenever our opponent taps a land, it's going to trigger, and he's going to have to tap the rest of them. So basically, if he wants to do something during his main phase, he's going to have to tap for all of his mana at once. So that's kind of a way for us to get him to tap out and get around some of the stuff that he could, you know, if he wants to do on the second main phase, maybe swing in and do something else. Whoa, I just now saw that Tressorhorn Sinks has some flavor text on there. It's pretty cool. I always like it when they jam a flavor text on something they don't have to get on there. But what we need to do for the turn is we definitely need to get Mogis online. If we can get Mogis online as far as devotion goes, and we have a couple different ways to get that. We have the I think we have the Red Black Legion there that adds to devotion, and we have like Bloodline Keeper. I think I may go and pull it up on my phone real quick. That way we can see. I try and remember what's going on in most of my decks. I always try to, but I play a lot of different commander decks, and sometimes the little cards. I like to keep a nice little mix of them. And by keeping that mix of them, I just like I can see the card art in my brain, but that like you can't see my brain, so that doesn't help you when I'm trying to tell you what I'm thinking of in my head. You're sitting there like, no, it doesn't. All right, so we've got Vampire Nighthawk that we can get into, add a little bit more devotion. We have Great Merchant, definitely adds to devotion, and we can take away some devotion right there. If we get into Erebos, we can start pay 2 life, drawing a card, and I'd like to be pretty aggressive with that one. And we do have pack rat in here, so if we can get to spots where we can start making a bunch of pack rats, then we can, we'll go down on cards, but then we can keep up with that Nettlevine that's that's going to be bouncing around our lands. And then we also have Sulfuric Vortex that will, at the beginning of each opponent's end step, that player chooses 2 creatures he or she calls sacrificers. Okay. Okay, so let's get down the Archfiend of Depravity. I like the, man, this is a pretty sweet little deck our opponent's got. So you got the Witch over there, Thought Picker Witch. Sacrifice a creature, look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library, then exile one of them. Okay, so he's coming in hot for 2 right now, and then it's going to destroy the Murder King. We have no mercy. We're playing no mercy right now. Mogis is just shredding on that metal right now, so the Murder King can't handle it. Okay, so his Murder King goes with the command zone. He's going to fire up the Thought Picker Witch. He's going to exile one of the top 2 cards of our library. But what we may do is, I don't know if we want to fire this. Oh man, he hit our Vampiric Tutor. That was sitting on top. That's a bummer. We definitely could have gotten to some fun shenanigans with that one. Um, that's one of those I didn't know was on top, but I know that he exiled it now, and I'm just kind of like, dang it. Come on, man. We needed that. We're going to choose tails on this one. Lost the flip. I think we're 2 for 4 on those. I may be wrong, but I think we're 2 for 4. Indulgent Tormentor. I will take that because that is a card draw right there. So let's get this. Let's get Urborg down right now. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to be 1 away from getting down the. So at the beginning of each opponent's end step, that player chooses. Each opponent's end step, that player chooses up to 2 creatures he or she controls, then sacrifice the rest. So we can get down the Indulgent Tormentor and draw a card unless he pays 3 life. Or we can try and take an extra turn right now. Yeah, let's go and get down the Tormentor right now. So we're looking at black. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to have to sack that land right there, so we're going to use that mana. So we're going to get just a little bit of card draw action. So if we can get a little bit of card draw action, and it also turns on Mogis right there. Now, Duin will swing in. He's indestructible, so yeah, we're definitely going to go and swing in right now. It's time for Mogis to solo right now. Let's do this, buddy. Time to shred that guitar, man. And this picture down on the bottom, I didn't make this, man. I found this on Reddit, and It's one of those things where it's just always stuck in my head. Oh, we've done 7 commander damage. I don't want to get all chatty and forget about that. Alright, so we're going to keep our 2 creatures right there. But yeah, this picture down on the bottom left. Choose up to 2 creatures you control. Choose this one. Choose this one. Okay, sorry, we've got them selected, and the wording is really weird because it's like they're selected and it says sacrifice. Click sacrifice to sacrifice all the creatures you control. Okay, man, that was it was just kind of worded kind of weird. And we have 2 red sources over here. Let's go and do this swamp right here because we have the herb orb, so it'll turn all of our red sources swamps right there. Yep, I like that. But yeah, this picture, so I saw it on Reddit a long time ago, and it was one of those things where I was just like, it's just always stuck in my hand because I look at Mogis, and after seeing that guitar, like, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, like, he needs to not be holding an axe, he needs to be holding a guitar. He's Mogis God of Metal, and so, when I made this deck a few weeks ago, I was just like, man, that's so perfect, man. I've got to do Mogis God of Metal right there. I like to give my decks a little bit of flavor sometimes, man, so, I feel this is a pretty metal deck right here. It's one of the things I enjoy doing in Magic is creating just weird board states. Like it's kind of like and that's what a Johnny likes to do. A Johnny, if you're not familiar, there's 3 player profiles for Magic. There's a Spike. A Spike will do whatever he wants to, not whatever he wants to win, but basically like he doesn't matter. He doesn't care about the flavor of the deck. The Spike is going to, hey, this deck A will do the best at the tournament. He goes, okay, well, I'm going to play deck A. A Johnny is somebody who wants to basically flavor style points matter and flavor matters. So like they may go to a tournament and play a deck that they really enjoy playing, even though maybe it has a smaller win percentage than what the top tier tournament deck is. But they're going to play that deck because at the end of the day, if they win 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 of their matches, whatever the percentage is, they had fun winning with that deck and that particular style. And then you have the Timmy, where Timmy just wants to do a bunch of fun, big, like when they see it costs 8 mana, it's an 8/8 with trample, they're like, oh yeah, I need that in my whatever. Like that's a Timmy right there. But I'm 100% a Johnny. Flavor points matter, style points matter to me, and so one of my favorite things in Magic is a deck like this where you're just creating this weird board state. So we've already reached the point in the game where I'm having fun. If we lose, so be it. But like we got No Mercy at Tainted Remedy, Mana Web. It's just kind of fun seeing what our opponent can do to get out of this metal concert right here. So let's go and yield to this Mana Web right here. But yeah, that's my playstyle. If you've never heard about the playstyles, it's those 3, basically kind of breaks down into 3 player profiles right there. Okay, so we got some duplicate action coming in. Let's see if he goes for Mogis or the Indulgent Tormentor, because I'd prefer if he goes for Mogis, because we can always recast it, because at this point in the game, I just want to get into some extra life total right now. I want to get into some extra cards. Alright, so he's going for Mogis. We're going to have, well, he does have flying right there with the Depravity. And we can block, but right now I want to get into some card draw. Now Mogis is in the command zone 4, 6. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can still get down Mogis if we want to. But I think at this point, if I'm going to go ahead and try and go for this Temporal Extortion, now that we'll have at least 2 different. He'll have to pay half his life, and then we'll have the Indulgent Tormentor trigger. All right, so we get that trigger on the stack. See if he pays 3 life. And this is also this is one of those like Indulgent Tormentor. It's a pretty cheap card for Commander, but it has really unique effect when it's on the battlefield. It's a flying. It's 5/3, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, unless they pay 3 life. Oh, target opponent. Okay, he sacks the duplicate to that. Excuse me, I thought he could just pay 3 life. Or pay, so yeah, he has the or trigger. I'm just thinking automatically 3 life right there. Okay, so we got a Mana Crypt trigger. Let's shoot tails on this one. But yeah, basically, this is a really good commander card, and it's pretty cheap, I'm pretty sure. I think it's only a few cents, at least online. You're going to choose Tails, one the flip. I think we're 3 for 5 on those. Ooh, get into Ancient Tomb. Let's go ahead and see if we can't stick a Temporal Extortion right now. Let's go for it. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still at 8 mana, so we can't get down Mogis and that. So we're going to go for Temporal right now. So go black, 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 and then black. So now he's going to have to pay half of his life, or we get to take an extra turn after this. No, and you can pay half your life if you want to, too. Okay, so we get an extra turn after this one. We're not going to swing in right now, but at least go ahead and get down Mogis next turn, and we'll see if he may sack the Thought Picker right there on the next Indulgent Tormentor trigger. Man, the way this Depravity trigger is, it's just so weird. We only have one creature. Okay. Sorry, it's just, it makes you feel like you're about to do something really bad. And so let's go ahead and put it on this swamp right here. So if we got the Urborg, we'll be okay. And then we get down the Ancient Tomb. Okay, so we got the Mana Crypt trigger, got the Indulgent Tormentor trigger. See if he sacks, pays 3 life, or sacks the Thought Picker Witch right there. Okay, so he takes 3 life on that one. We're going to choose Tails on this one. One lost a flip, 3 for 6 on those. Get into Solemn. Let's go ahead and get down Ancient Tomb. Then we can put the enchantment on him and get to draw a card. I like that. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in. Yeah, we can go get this down and go ahead and get ahead on lands right there. Gonna search our library for land right now. Let's go ahead and get into a swamp since we have Urborg. Get into a mountain. That comes into play tapped, and we're still looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're still 1 away from getting down Mogis. Let me make sure I'm not missing a land right there. Okay. And then we'll put this enchantment on the Solemn. And then that way, whenever it dies, we're going to get to draw a card. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, that was, I want to do a little bit more with our extra turn right there. But, at this point right here, we needed to try and get a little ahead right there. But this has got me like, man, I need to get this in here now, because that Nettlevine Blight sounds pretty metal. That could be a nice little closer for Mogis. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get that edited in there. It's a pretty fun little card right there. Because this is what I enjoy about Commander. It's just we got some Rakdos on Rakdos action, and we got a mana web out here, so it's kind of stopping him from doing what he wants to do. I'm not swinging in because he's got the Archfiend right there. Let's go and get our Commander Zone all set up. But yeah, as far as next turn goes, we're looking at getting down Mogis. We should have Devotion online with Mogis. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll have just enough to get down Mogis. We can swing in with him. Well, no, we can't swing in because we just not got him out of Summoning Sickness. But at least get him down and get his trigger going, because he's at 22, or we're both at 22 all. But as far as getting out of this, what would help us? We're pretty close, but a Sulfuric Vortex, would add Devotion, but we can get that up and running. It'll be 2 damage each turn on that one. And if he gets below 10, we can get into the Rakdos Return, and then the black version to deal a bunch of damage to him. I'm trying to think what else. And Grey Merchant, we can get ahead a little bit on Grey Merchant right there. We do have Deadly Tempest, so if he does get into a bunch of creatures, doesn't look like he's gonna have a bunch of creatures out there, but with Deadly Tempest, destroy all creatures. Each player loses life equal to the number of creatures he or she controlled that were destroyed that way. So we get, ooh, what we got on this one? Untap target non-legendary creature, gain control of it. That creature gains haste until its turn. I like that, man. I love that card too, man. That's pretty cool. All right, man, you got it. And see, this is where Mana Web really pulls some weight in a deck like this because he has to cast this four mana instant spell. You know, maybe he wanted to cast it on our turn, but he has to do it during his main phase to swing in with. You know, he's going to knock us down to 10 off the Indulgent Tormentor and his Archfiend right there. But with him having to cast that during his main phase, that leaves him in the spot to where, you know, it's going to tap all of his mana off that Mana Web right there. So, and I have Mana Web in my Ichkana deck too, and somebody suggested it. You know, flavor-wise, it's pretty cool. But do we want to block right now? Yeah, we can block. It's a 1/1. Yeah, I like that. Oh. I forgot about the no mercy, so he basically made our indulgent tormentor just like fly into a wall and kill himself. I like that. Good play by our opponent. Good job, man. We're gonna choose tails on our mana crypt. Won the flip. I think we're four for man. I've lost count now. 100%. I'm gonna be honest. I lost count. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some Mogis action. So we're looking at two colorless. 1, 2, 3 right there. And we'll go and tap for 1 right there. There, get some Mogis action up and running. And if we want, we can swing in right now because if it dies, it goes to the graveyard, and we don't have to put it on anything. So we can at least get in. If he wants to block, then we get to draw a card. So now we have like a 11-turn clock with Solemn in there, chipping away 2 points at a time. And plus we have that Mogis trigger right there. So that's actually a little bit of a game clock right there. We can take that. Well, now that, oh, excuse me, we have the Nettlevine on there. Never mind, he got poisoned. Actually, I'm not going to keep it. So I'm not going to choose it. It's going to sacrifice that. Nettle's going to go to the graveyard. There we go. Okay. Adios. Peace out, dude. So we're going to get to draw a card. Get into the refuge. It's not the... Okay. Yeah, so we got that Nettle Blight in the graveyard. Peace out, man. So glad you're gone. Like the annoying little brother, annoying little cousin or something. Okay. So now we've got the refuge coming in. Kind of flooding out a little bit right now. We haven't really drawn into a whole lot of action. But hopefully we can get into a little bit of card draw next turn. Yeah, so as far as tutors go, he did hit our Vampiric Tutor. And we still should have a Demonic Tutor in here. Yeah, we do have Demonic Tutor. We still have Faith's Looting, Night's Whisper. We did fire off our Read the Bones. Yeah, and the Vampiric Tutor. Yeah, but he took the Vampiric Tutor. So, we have a little bit of option right now. We're just kind of getting to the point now where we're just kind of just, you know, it's turn 10. We have a Mana Web out. We've got a sacrifice creature out there. This, guys, if you're keeping score at home, this is officially Magic Junk time right here. So, what we'll probably do is we'll crack this Pluto Delta. Let's kind of shuffle our library up. Wake it up, say, hey, come on, library, give us something good. But it's kind of funny. You think if we've got two Rakdos decks squaring up together, we'd have a nice little showing right now, but we're just kind of just in this, like, battleship type war. Cold War. But like a Sulfuric Vortex, I would love that right now. So I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. Say it's on top of our library because that'll definitely put a clock on it. Even though he's a little ahead on life total at 18. He's got the. He's got the Murder King. He's got to tap it all out for the Murder King, man. But the card art on Murder King, man, you know, Zombie Warrior, that's pretty cool. That's spot on right there. But like the gold plated mask on Theros, man, that was a little creepy looking to me, if you want the truth. But I like the Murder King, he looks cool. But I think it's just all of his little peons that kind of creep me out a little bit, to be honest. Okay, so he's getting on the Murder King. He has 4 mana floating right now. I don't know if he's just tapping it all right now, if he actually has anything else to do with that mana. But we shall see. Gatekeeper, okay. And luckily, Mogis is not online, because if he would have kicked that, which he had enough mana to kick it, then we would have had to sacrifice Mogis. Okay, so let's see if he swings in with No Mercy. We got No Mercy up. Let's see if he can swing in with the Archfiend. Oh, he does. He's going to go. He's going to break that stalemate. Okay. So we're going to destroy it. He drops us down to 12. He can swing in next time for 4, drop us down to 8. But Mogis is just shredding on that No Mercy, man. He's hit the solo phase right now. Archfiend could not handle the solo. Do we want to go ahead and crack this? We have Urborg out there. Yeah, I'll go and hold off right now. We're at 12 life. We're getting spots where we have mana crypt triggers we kind of need to watch out for. Especially if we're losing our mana crypt triggers. Ooh, damnation. Okay. We're going to gain a life, get ahead on the mana crypt trigger. He's got 2 cards in hand. He has no mana to activate the Murder King, sacrifice another creature. Yeah, dude, we don't go and fire this damnation off. He's got 2 cards in hand. He had extra mana. I feel like the Gatekeeper play was kind of a weaker play. He would have waited until we had Mogis online for Devotion. Yeah, I'm going to go and fire this damnation off. So we got black, black, and 2 colorless right there. Okay, so that sends his commander to the command zone. At least it buys us a little bit of time right there. So he's going to take 2 damage off Mogis right there. I feel like we've gotten to the parts of the concert to where like Mogis is just soloing for like he's been soloing for like 20 minutes. But I think we are on board for at least 7 commander damage with Mogis. So if we can get his devotion online, we'll close it out in 2 more turns. But I want 2 more turns. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't know if he meant to do that. Hopefully he doesn't scoop on that. We've come a long way, man, Darkwing. Hopefully, I think that was a misclick right there. Because I think he accidentally F6'd and it went through all the mana web triggers right there. Because you have to do it in response to all that stuff right there. Oof. And now he has 1 red mana unless he's floating a lightning bolt right now. Okay, he scoops it up. That's a bummer, man. Yeah, that's kind of a long game to fight through a mana web. He needs to click through. But let's see what we'd have gotten into. Okay, so we had Soul Ring, Tree of Perdition. Okay. Yeah, well, see, even Tree of Perdition, we wouldn't have got much. But at least we would have gotten into the Blood Gift Demon. That would have turned on Devotion for Mogis to swing in right there. Well, and see, this is one of those weird things to where I don't know if we would have closed this one out. We've gotten really close. So let's draw a few more cards just to kind of see. Okay, so we would have kind of gotten into a Blood Gift Demon. We'd have been drawing some cards on there. Man, this would have been really close because he's at 6 minutes. We're at 10 life. We have a Mana Crypt trigger coming in. What we need to do, well, okay, if we get down the Blood Gift Demon, that turns on Devotion for Mogis, so we'd have been able to swing in pretty quick. Yeah, I hate that he accidentally misclicked right there because I don't know who would have won right there. But yeah, I'll go and post it up. It was a nice little video. Alright, guys, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.